Jeez. Oh, this took well over a month to make, and was originally supposed to be this episode with a whole bunch of story and Kamata-Kun and everything, and now it's just a normal episode. It's not that I gave up on it or anything, it's just it didn't make sense anymore. It took way too long to make the episode, and whatever. I guess I'm just gonna get on with it. Howdy there, friends and neighbors, I am Just Rob, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 video games from my childhood that deserve sequels and will probably never get them. This, unfortunately, is a very upsetting list, just because some of the games that I'm going to talk about today are some of my absolute favorite games of all time. They morphed my childhood and Saturday mornings, Friday nights, and all Sundays into truly whimsical adventures, so I'm just going to share them all with you right now. Up first, a sleeper hit from Acclaim Studios. R.I.P. my brothers. Vex. Now, I have a feeling there's a lot more people out there that know about Vex than I really want to give credit for. This game was announced, delayed, and then it just came out. I remember always asking for it at FYE or GameStop, and they're like, oh, it's been delayed, and the one time I don't ask for it, it's on the shelves, and oh man, it was the first weekend of summer vacation on that specific day, and I think I spent the next 3 or 4 weeks just trucking through this game. Now, if I had to compare Vex to another game from my childhood, I would honestly say it's a little bit more of a maturer version of Super Mario 64. You know, you go around from world to world collecting Wraith Hearts, not stars, and there's about 10 of them in each world being more radically different, beautiful, fantastical, and hard as dick, and I just had a really fun time with this. It's got a really great story, it's got fantastic music. I actually found the soundtrack for this not too long ago, digitally, not physically, because I don't think it ever existed physically. And in all honesty, the way this game ended, they left it so open for a sequel. So open for a sequel! And they just never did. I mean, shortly thereafter, I think a couple of years after this was released, Acclaim Studios was bought out by Blizzard, I think? And if that's true, that's the second studio that made one of my favorite games from my childhood that got bought out by motherfucking Blizzard! Yeah, very good game. Great sense of platforming, great sense of action, great sense of fantasy and story with a rockin' soundtrack. So, Vex, check it out. It's available on Xbox, PlayStation 2, and Nintendo GameCube, as you see right here. Up next, The Droid with Nuts of Steel. The major sleeper hit of 2003 that was available across multiple platforms. This title has an extremely dedicated fan base across all forms of social media that are just trucking to get this sequel made. Hell, one of the owners of one of the many fan pages is actually working on an HD remaster of it for PC, so I need to get me stuff for my PC so I can play it once it comes out. This is Metal Arms Glitch in the System. Now, if I could take you back to 2003, summer, just got my new issue of Nintendo Power. It's got something on the cover that was probably very interesting, but then I saw this little excerpt. Butt-kicking robots slamming into multiple consoles this fall. I like robots, and I like butt-kicking. I wonder what it could be. And it was just this short little read-up on Metal Arms Glitch in the System. After that, I hadn't heard a single thing about it until I ran into it again at Toys R Us a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving weekend, that was it, boy. The fantastic humor, the censored cursing, the outlandishly awesome voice cast. Metal Arms Glitch in the System is the definition of a sleeper hit. This is one of the best games across multiple platforms that came out during that year and many years afterward. Over 25 different levels, different worlds, amazing fucking soundtrack, very easy to follow story, and blow the shit out of robots using hijacking tools, guns, EMP grenades, normal grenades, grenades that have liquid fire in them. Metal Arms Glitch in the System is one of my favorite games of all time. And unfortunately, there was a sequel planned for this. Hell, they even had all the new character models and all the original character models completely updated with a new engine, getting ready for production. But Swingin' Ape Studios, the team behind this masterpiece, was bought out yet again by Blizzard. God damn it, Blizzard, why you fucking with my childhood. There have been very light rumors in there that Blizzard might actually be rebooting this. They keep renewing their trademarking for the title, using titles such as Metal Arms, Heavy Arms, Glitch, System Error, something like that. It's all on the We Want Metal Arms 2 Facebook page. You'll see a whole bunch of it. And I really wish that there could have been a sequel to this, because this game is so much fucking fun. The characters are awesome. The story is great. It's just one of those titles that I think everybody should play and give a try, because there's something for everybody in this game. Now, this next game also came out in the year 2003, but it came out a little bit, actually a couple months after Metal Arms Glitch in the System. This came out at a very good time in my life. Around this time, everybody was into Yu-Gi-Oh! The interest in Egyptian anything was pretty fucking high, especially for me. I was doing Egyptian book reports, there was creative writing for Egypt and everything. That Christmas vacation, I got a game. I got multiple games that Christmas, but there was this one that really caught my attention. Now, my mom is a very supportive woman. Whenever she sees that I'm totally into something, she always goes up and beyond to see if she can help me with that. And since she saw that I was doing so good with Egyptian themed stuff, I was getting good grades with it and everything, she was like, I wonder if there's an Egyptian game or something. Little to my knowledge, there was. And when I finally popped this baby into my GameCube, I was completely hooked. I am, of course, talking about Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Now, let me just say this. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy is The Legend of Zelda if The Legend of Zelda took place in Egypt. Yeah. So Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. I guess you could call it open world in such a sense. I mean, you know, Twilight Princess-esque open world of Nintendo GameCube era. It's got a really fucking awesome story. One half is focused on Sphinx over here becoming the hero, and the other half is focused on this mummy here, the Cursed Mummy, or as you'll find out in the game, King Tut. Yes, this game actually plays on the mysterious and untimely death of King Tut. It shows you how it happens, it shows you why it happens, and oh my god, there's feels. There's feels everywhere in this game. There's action, there's adventure, there's great, crisp, fucking music that I love. This is one of the best games I have ever played. Like, top 10 favorite games of all time. No changies, backsies. This is on there. It will encapture you and enrapture you in side quests all along the ancient land of Egypt. Pyramids, mummies, Egyptian curses, and then some. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy was an amazing title, which did have a sequel planned, Sphinx and the Shadow of Set. But it got canceled. Like Metal Arms Glitch in the System, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy sequel was very early planning stages before it got shit canned. Apparently the game didn't do as well as the developers were hoping, so mid-development of Sphinx 2, it got shit canned. Or so they say. Now, this next game, technically, it does have a sequel, but it's not a direct follow-up to the game, and ever since this game came out when I was a kid, I was so very much hoping that there would be a sequel to it, and they would explain such things on what happens to the character after the events of this game, since this game itself was a direct sequel to another game, and that game is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, I know, Twilight Princess technically happens after Majora's Mask. The hero's shade in that game is technically this Link from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. But what I want in a game, what happened to that Link? Why is he missing an eye? Why is he wearing that crazy armor? Why is he a skeleton? What is going on with the hero shade? Why is he the way he is? That's the story I would really like Nintendo to tell next time around. Now, I know it's 99.9% never gonna happen, especially after the crazy amounts of amazingness and love that was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I still one day would really like to see what happens from Majora's Mask to Twilight Princess. What happens to that Link? Why does it happen to him? Is it because he got lost in the Lost Woods and became a Stalfos? Did he fight the evil of becoming a Stalfos and just become a good Stalfos? We don't know. I want to know. Nintendo, even if you have to commission Akira Himikawa, the writing duo team that makes all the fantastic Legend of Zelda manga, to explain it, please do it. Give me something. I want to know the story behind all of that. And the fact that Majora's Mask is my favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time still. Favorite soundtrack, favorite game. Oh,
for my final game from my childhood that totally deserves a sequel.
I don't know why I was talking like the Joker just there. I'm sorry if I frightened anybody. This is another Nintendo franchise. But unfortunately, this Nintendo franchise has been a little lacking as of late. I mean, just by me saying that, I assume you probably already know what I'm going to talk about, but this game changed my life as a kid. It changed the way that I saw handheld games, and it changed my opinion on the original series overall. The game, of course, that I am talking about is Metroid Fusion. I love this game. I love the Metroid franchise. And as I stated in my video, What's Next for the Metroid franchise, I actually propose a possible sequel-esque kind of thing that Nintendo could possibly do with Metroid Fusion. Now, at this point in the Metroid franchise's lifespan, I'd be happy just to get another good Metroid game overall. Let alone get a sequel to Metroid Fusion. That's just, that's just crazy talk at this point. Like, come on, Bobby, give it up. But I still would like to see a sequel to Metroid Fusion. I really would. I think it'd be such an interesting dynamic to see Samus Aran being hunted by the Space Pirates and the Galactic Federation at the same time, both for different reasons. And I just want to see the Metroid franchise evolve. I want to see the story take Samus light years away from what she's normally doing. I mean, yeah, exploring a dead world or completely empty world and shizzle. I just really want to see something like this happen for Metroid Fusion. I really, really do. Not just Metroid Fusion, but the Metroid franchise overall. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed my top 5 favorite games from my childhood that deserve a sequel list video thing. If you want me to do more of these, just let me know in the comment sections below. Tell me stuff and everything. And until I do my next video, until I talk about my next whatever thingus, I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.